Hello, everybody, and welcome to Valley Life. I'm Rich Krebs, and welcome to another Wells Fargo Friday. As you can see from the sign and these smiling faces right here, today we are talking about Camp Taylor, and by the power of TV, we've rolled all the way up past Modesto to a beautiful spot right here on the river to introduce you to some great people that have started something really special. I can't wait to talk about it, and it's all part of that volunteer spirit that Wells Fargo throws out, and what they've created is something super special. Kim, how are you? It's a pleasure to meet you.
Great. Nice to meet you, too.
Good. And Stephen, it's good to meet you, sir.
Nice to meet you as well.
And Taylor, really good to meet you because you're kind of what this camp's all about. This was basically created for you. Tell me a little rundown about that.
Well, when I was born with hypoplastic right heart syndrome, which basically means I was only born with half a heart. And as I was growing up, I was, not really fitting in and not really all there as a normal child would be. And my mom recognized that and said that I need to get my son around people who are like him so he feels somewhere where he belongs.
Right. And a couple of the camps that you wanted to go to, too, you're ready and said, hey, let me make this happen. And you show up and like, wait a minute, I'm not so sure we can take him because he's had some medical conditions, so they were afraid they wouldn't be able to meet all the needs if you had any.
Yeah, I've been turned away a couple times from other camps.
Beautiful. So then Mom says, you know what? We're just going to create our own special event right there. So then Camp Taylor spawns, and you just take the bull by the horns, matters into your own hands, and say, you know what? I'm going to create something special for other kids that may have some medical issues. And man, have you grown this into something special?
Yeah, we were quite surprised that, heart disease is the number one birth defect. Sure. And to find that there were new programs that existed to help our own son, we knew that, the underserved population, pediatric cardiology, had a great need. And so we've been blessed to be able to help some really deserving kids.
Sure. And as going with the theme, too, of Fridays and Wells Fargo Friday, Stephen just says, you know what, that's something that's near and dear to my heart. So give me a little of your background, Stephen, how you jumped in on all of this before you even became, right on the board of directors to make sure that this gets going to the level that you've taken it to now.
Wells Fargo has been one of the sponsors for Camp Taylor since it originated 9 years ago, right, Kim?
Correct.
And so we've been giving money since the start of Camp Taylor, and then 4 years ago I asked Kimberly if I could do more. So we started by bringing out store managers, and we drove the golf cart. So we drove the kids from the lower parking lot up to their cabins, then drove them to the nurse station so that they could sign in and things. And then I asked her again, can I do more? She says, we're actually looking for more male counselors. I said, I want to be a counselor next year. So last year was my first year where I volunteered for a week there at camp, and I'm scheduled to go back here in July again for my second year as a counselor again. Hopefully get my same kids that I had last year. I'm really looking forward to it as well.
And he did a great job. They're requesting him.
That obviously speaks volumes of you. But Taylor, come on over a little closer to me and act like you like me. What I really want to talk to you about is what this has grown into now, because not only was it created for you, but you also then had some input to say, hey, let's do this, let's do this, let's do this, and make it that much better. So give me a rundown of kind of typical activities that happen at camp.
Well, right now we're running about 6 100% free camps for children with heart disease.
Okay.
2 in Livermore, 2 in Fresno, and 2 in Hawaii.
So Taylor, tell me a little bit, give me some rundown of some of the fun activities that kids can go do when they get to camp.
At Camp Taylor, we do archery, swimming, rock wall climbing, zip line, and it's just
there are a lot of activities, though. Yeah. I mean, you're not just going out and taking a walk. There's a lot of fun things to do.
Yes.
And are they all different at each location?
It's more wrapped around the same idea, but yes.
Perfect. And so, Kim, you decided, too, as setting this whole thing up, this isn't just going to be, all right, let's get out and enjoy a little bit of nature, take a walk, maybe get in a canoe or two. There's a lot going on that these kids get to do, and then you keep building on that.
There is, and one of the major components of camp is heart education. We take the kids and we teach them about their individual heart defect, the list of the medications that they take and what those medications do for their body. We teach them how to eat heart healthy, about dental hygiene, all the things that are really important in growing up with heart disease. And we do counseling sessions, which is called Giving Tree Time, and the kids get to sit down and share their worries, their fears, and their accomplishments in an accepting environment where everybody gets the opportunity to share and understand and realize that they're not alone in their fight against heart disease.
And when you have great volunteers like Stephen, that's super important, but also you better have some people that know a thing or two about some of the medical needs. And you've got doctors now that not only have done some of these surgeries you were telling me, that also are just obviously experts in that. They come and help out, too, to make sure these kids get a great experience.
They do. We have great representation from every major children's hospital in central and northern California. And we're staffed by 100% volunteers. So like Stephen and the great Wells Fargo team that come out and volunteer with us, all the doctors and nurses, program leaders are all volunteers. And they come out and they have as much fun as the kids kids do.
I would imagine.
And they go home feeling, exhausted, okay? A couple of days of sleep they need but to recuperate, but they walk away with just a great experience as the children do. Their lives are forever changed because of their time with us.
Good. Well, actually, I'm going to ask you some more questions about that. We're going to throw it to commercial real quick. When we come back again on Wells Fargo Friday here in Valley Life, some more questions about Camp Taylor, how you can help out, and also how great it is for all the kids. Don't go anywhere. There's more Valley Life coming up right after this.